Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Hamza Noor and today here we have S1 February March 2022 A level maths 9709. And first of all we have question number 1. The question says that a fair edge spinner has edges numbered 1, 2, 2, 3. A fair blue spinner has edges numbered -3, -2, -1, -1. Each spinner is spun once, and the number on the edge on which each spinner lands is noted. The random variable x denotes the sum of the resulting two numbers. The requirement of part A is draw of the probability distribution table for x. So we have a fair edge spinner, we have a fair blue spinner, and the random variable x is basically the sum of the scores on these two spinners. So as you can see that the least score on the edge spinner is 1, and the least score on the blue spinner is -3. So I can say that the least value of x, the least sum of the scores will be 1 minus 3, which is -2. So we need to draw a probability distribution table for x. And I can say that the least value of x would be -2. So the values of x will start from -2. And then as we can see that on the edge spinner, the greatest score is 3, and on the blue spinner the greatest score is -1. So I can say that the greatest score of the sum, the greatest value of x would be 3 minus 1, which is supposed to be 2. So first of all we have the highest score and the lowest score of x, and then we have all the numbers in between. So as you can see that 1 minus 2 will give you -1, which is a possibility over here, and then 1 minus 1 will give you 0, and then you have 2 minus 1 will give you 1. So yes, we have 1 as well, and these are the possible values of x. As simple as that. What we need to do, we need to find the corresponding probabilities of these x values, and for that purpose we will make a possibility diagram over here, because it would be much easier to find out the scores, find out the probabilities of these scores. So I'm going to make a possibility diagram over here. Here we have the red spinner, here we have the blue spinner. The possible scores on red are 1, 2, 2, 3. So just write them over here: 1, 2, 2, 3. And the scores on the blue spinner are -3, -2, -1, -1. So now you can just write down the sum of the scores. So 1 minus 3 is -2, then 2 minus 3 is -1, 2 minus 3 is -1, 3 minus 3 is 0, then 1 minus 2 gives you -1, 2 minus 2 gives you 0, 2 minus 2 gives you 0, 3 minus 2 gives you 1, 1 minus 1 gives you 0, 2 minus 1 gives you 1, 2 minus 1 gives you 1, 3 minus 1 gives you 2, and then 1 minus 1 gives you 0, 2 minus 1 gives you 1, 2 minus 1 gives you again 1, and 3 minus 1 gives you 2. These are the scores over here. So what is the chance that you are getting a score of -2? So it's happening only once on this table. So this is 1/16. Then the score of -1, it is occurring 3 times, as you can see over here, 3 times. So this is supposed to be 3/16. And why upon 16? Because we have 4 rows and 4 columns, and here we have 16 values of the score altogether. And then the score of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 is occurring 5 times, so 5/16. The score of 1 is occurring how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5/16. And then the score of 2 is occurring twice, 2/16. Just add up all of them to check. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14, and 14 plus 2 is 16. So 16/16, the sum of all the probabilities is equals to 1. Here you have your 3 marks. Then let's move on to the next part. Given that the mean is 0.25, find the value of the variance of x. So in order to find the variance, we have the formula that all x values are squared first, then multiplied with their corresponding probabilities, then they are added all together. So sum of x squared times p, and then take away the square of mean. As simple as that. So all x values will be squared and then will be multiplied with their corresponding probabilities. So -2 is squared and then multiplied by 1 over 16. So -2 whole squared multiplied by 1 over 16, and then plus -1 whole squared multiplied by 3 over 16, -1 whole squared multiplied by 3 over 16, and then 0 squared multiplied by 5 over 16, 0 squared multiplied by 5 over 16, and then 1 squared multiplied by 5 over 16, then 2 squared multiplied by 2 over 16, and then subtract the square of the mean. So take away 0.25 squared. And instead of putting this whole thing in your calculator, as you know that -2 squared is 4, so you just simply put 4 over 16, and then obviously 3 over 16, then this whole thing will be multiplied by 0, so no need to put in your calculator. Then you have 5 over 16, then you have 2 square, which is 4 multiplied by 2, this will give you 8 over 16, and then take away 0.25 square. So your variance is 19 over 16, or you can say 1.1875. This was question number 1 of 5 marks.